Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the world of Plant Boy. Today, I have a reading in regards to what are you meant to do in this lifetime? Where is your career headed? What path should you take? Where should you go? Where are you headed in life in regards to career, in regards to what you're supposed to do, your destiny, your passions? Where do they lie? I will be using the Tarot Grand Lux to read for you today. I will also be showing you individual stones, and then I'll show you them all together so you can pick according to your intuition, because I am here using my intuition to help you, but I hope that you also use your own intuition to help yourself throughout the reading, because this is a general reading. This is not for anybody specific. This is for the general public. This is also a timeless reading, so whenever you find this, it shall apply, and timestamps for each reading will be down in the description and in the comments section. On to the stones. All right, here are your options. We have stone number 1. I like the shape of this stone. Stone number 2. These are all really cool shapes. Look how flat it is over here. And stone number 3. Now I ask you to focus on the intention. You can close your eyes, take a deep breath, open your eyes, and pick according to your intuition. Which stone is calling out to you? Which stone do you feel most drawn to? Take as much time as you need. Pause the video if necessary. All right, let's get on to the readings. Hello, number 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's shuffle your deck and see where you are headed in life. Where should you go? What path should you take, career-wise, in general? It's important not to be too impulsive, impatient when it comes to career. Things happen very slowly. Things happen with time. Number 1, I feel like there is something that you've been working on, something that you have always been tied to, passionate about since you were young. I feel like this is something that you've really grown to master. This is a skill that you stayed with, a consistent skill. And I feel like this can be a creative skill, something where you use your emotions and you really are tapping into yourself and your expressive feelings. I feel like within your emotions is where you feel very comfortable. You're very mature emotionally. You know how to express yourselves. I feel like at times you can feel lonely, but you're comfortable with it. You're very into solitude, working on yourself, transformation, emotionally transformation when it comes to creativity. I feel like you're a very creative person where you use your feelings and you turn it into something worth viewing, worth listening to, something that people are also interested in, something where people can attract themselves to, they feel attracted to, they can relate to it. This can be something that's very dreamy to other people, something where like they feel like they're not attached to, like they can't do this. I feel like a lot of people attach themselves to you and your expression because they feel like they cannot express themselves or they cannot see it for themselves in their reality. So they use you as a form of expression or use your creativity. They use your actions, your art, whatever you're doing. I feel like this is something you've always harnessed it was easily harnessed, something you created, something you create. I don't know if it's music, art. It can be as simple as people coming to you for advice, but I'm feeling like this is more creative, a form of self expression, something that you have developed over the years, a skill that has been developed within you. You put in the effort, you put in your emotions, your sweat, your feelings. And I feel like this is where you really strive and this is where you are successful. And I feel like this is something you want more out of. How do I turn this into a career? It's like a creative endeavor, a creative hobby. I feel like you might have left this hobby alone. You might have forgotten about this childhood hobby. Maybe you were just always skilled at art, always skilled at music. You used to play the piano, you used to play a certain instrument, or you used to sing. And now you're focused more on like technical work, trying to find a career in something else. But I feel like you left this behind. It's still in you though. That's what I'm saying. It's something you can still harness. It's something that is still there. It's something that grew with you. So it's still following you. The passion, the emotion, the determination to do this, it's still there. It's just about the effort, the effort and feeling like you can't do this. I feel like there was like this discouragement factor that told you that you couldn't do it, or it's something that was just a dream, something that is not tangible. But you can always return to this. I feel like you only left for a little bit, you only left these talents behind, these skills behind, but it's really something that you can always turn back to, something that's always waiting for you on the other side. I feel like things are getting better and the hope is coming back, the potential, you're feeling the potential. And I feel like you're really stepping out of your comfort zone and you're really getting off of what you felt was needed for you, getting out of the idea of going towards a career just because you thought it was going to bring success, but really you want to strive for this true fulfillment that you always wanted as a child, this true fulfillment that you saw for yourself, this dream. It feels like a dream. And I feel like this is very creative. Maybe it's theater or acting, being on stage, or just expressing yourself emotionally through art or music. I feel like it can also be very botanical. Maybe you're into the natural world. Maybe you're into gardening. Maybe you're into finding yourself creating your own things, very independent. Like I said, there's something about solitude that brings you peace. Maybe you want to live off the land. Maybe you want to farm. I feel like there's something there's a dream there of creating your own world, your own fantasy, your own dream with your creativity. You're very creative. I feel like you're the one that's has like very alternative thoughts and feelings, and you should put those to use, bring those to reality. And that's where you will find success, getting out of your comfort zone, being different from other people, you know, getting away from the norm, getting away from something that's no longer bringing you fulfillment. It's really stressing you out mentally, something that's been waiting for you to come back. It's been waiting for your return. Your emotions are telling you to come back to this. The feelings are coming back, they're brewing up again. And I feel like there is potential here. It's always good to be grateful for what you have. And I feel like you want to be grateful for what you have, but you always have this in the back of your mind of wanting to go back, wanting to revert. And you don't want to feel like you're going backwards. I feel like you always want to feel like you're going forward, but you're getting this feeling of wanting to retract, wanting to go back, wanting to feel like that childhood creativity, that fulfillment, that exciting dream. It feels very healing for yourself, but maybe for some people you were in the medical field, or maybe you were into therapy, or just instructing people creatively. But I feel like there's this healing aspect with this, but I'm feeling more creative, more artistic, more self-expression, expression in general, being able to see and speak and have the freedom to do. But I do feel like it's something from your past, something that you've already mastered, something that you were already doing, and then you went away from it. I feel like that's what it is. It's not something new, it's not a new path that you have to go on. It's something that you have to go back and rekindle. And through this, there's a lot of helping with others. That's why I'm feeling that healing energy. Like you're helping others indirectly through your expression, through your art, through your creativity. There's going to be even creativity through gardening, through healing, through talking to other people. But I'm feeling it's more about like an art, a dance, perhaps, theater, music. It does feel very theatrical, very mature, very self-made, self-determined. You're doing this on your own. It's just a skill you developed as a child, something you were always into, something your parents put you in. Maybe you took classes for something, you were very skilled at it. Dance, theater, art, some sort of music, instrument. And I feel like you always want to go back to that. Okay, that's what I have for you. It feels like something's coming from your childhood. It feels like something's coming from the past, okay? So whatever that is for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if that resonated with you. And until next time, the world of Plant Boy. Hello, number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's shuffle your deck and see what you're meant to do. What path should you be on? Where are you headed? Well, that was a great shuffle. All the cards everywhere. I'll still turn them though. Oh, got some more cards right here. I feel like you are somebody who brings stability. I feel like when people feel deceived, there's no one left to turn to. People are feeling like society is against them. I feel like you are there to be lawful. You are there to bring correction. And I feel like you are there to bring honesty and truth. I feel like there's a strong sense of law. There's a strong sense of truth. I feel like you are somebody who speaks truth for the people. I feel like you have a strong voice for the people. I feel like you have a very strong passion towards defending people. And I feel like you bring stability to a rocky ground. You allow people to feel hope. I feel like in the fields of law, correction, working with the law, maybe perhaps correctional officers, working in correctional facilities, prisons, jails, or working with rehabilitation of people, rehabs. This can also be child services. I feel like also maybe like psych wards, mental facilities. You bring stability and truth and hope and recognition to people who don't feel it. I feel like you're somebody who really listens, somebody who other people can really speak to. I feel like your ears are open to everybody. I feel like you're not judgmental, but you do possess the right to judge through your actions, through your schooling and your studies. I feel like you are able to judge lawfully. I feel like you're able to correct and influence. Maybe this can also just be as simple as being a teacher, working with children, but I do feel like deeper, like the psyche. I feel like people that are in, going to jail, prison, being some type of representative for those type of people, or other people who are going through mental illnesses, medical facilities, psych facilities. I'm feeling children involved. This can also be maybe even convalescence, being a caretaker, somebody who really brings light when there's feelings of death around. I feel like you're somebody who understands death. You understand the concept of life. You understand that everybody is on an uphill climb, but eventually there's that decline. And I feel like you are there to help those people on the decline. No matter what point in life somebody's in, there's always going to be those pits. And I feel like you are at the bottom of the pit to like help people up. You're the one that's being the ladder. and you're doing it gracefully. You do it with such grace where people really feel the truth. People really feel the lawfulness. They know that you're doing it with great ease, and you just do things right. You do people right. And I feel like that is a quality that should be represented and should be shown and should be honored. You really honor people. You are somebody who's very strong. You bring that light, again, like I said, passion. You do things with great drive and determination. And I feel like people respect you. You're like the one that nobody's going to want to step on you because they can't. You're the type of person that nobody can take advantage of. So you deserve to be in this spotlight of people that normally other people are intimidated by them, but for some reason they respect you, you know? Like if you're an officer, a correctional officer, or you work in a facility where a lot of people are intimidated by the patients or they don't give hope to the patients, or a convalescent where people are just shrugging other people off, but you're there to really bring that strong presence of, no, they're going to respect me. We're going to get through this. Not even they're going to respect me. It's just they just respect you. And you just walk in with that presence of respect, you know? And other people know that. So they're like, for some reason, they always respect this person. For some reason, you can do that, but I can't. But it's because you have that natural twinkle in your eye where people just see it and they're like, I'm not going to mess with them. I'm not going to mess with that person. I know that they're really going to be there for me and bring that truth and honesty. And they're not someone I can manipulate or step on. You're just true. It's like the sun is just true. There's nothing to hide. You can't hide in the shadows. People can't hide from you. They can't lie to you. I feel like you have a good sense of perception. So you know when someone's lying, you know. I feel like a private investigator, something in criminal justice, the justice system in general, the law, a judge. That's what I'm feeling, that field. And if it's not that, I feel like a teacher, a counselor. You know how to read children, you know how to receive respect, you know how to stand with respect, a principal, that type of thing. That's beautiful. Great presence here, a strong presence, authority. That's what I'm feeling, authority. You have great authority. Beautiful. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if that resonated with you. And until next time, the world of Plant Boy. Hello, number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let us shuffle your deck and see what you're meant to do in this life. What path should you be on? What path are you on? Where are you headed? Number 3. To begin, I feel like you are very strong. I feel like you are very personable. I feel like a lot of people trust you. They get along with you. They feel comfortable with you. They can speak to you. I feel like they want to talk to you. They want your opinions. They want your influence. I feel like you're very influential to people, and I feel like you can control people, not in a negative way, but you can influence. I feel like you have very strong judgment. I feel like you are very particular when it comes to money, when it comes to spending, when it comes to selling. I feel like you are a great salesperson, a very great spokesperson. I feel like you are like the face of the company. I feel like you are somebody who stands with great presence, confidence, and strength. This can be dealing with the law, but I'm not really feeling that strongly with this. Number 1 was very strongly in the justice system, law, criminal justice, I feel like. Very strong authority. But with here, I'm feeling like a personable authority, like an influence, like you're the type of person that gets someone somewhere. You're the coordinator. You're like the type of person who brings people together. You know how to influence people. You know how to sell a pitch. You know how to get somebody to buy something. You know exactly what to say. I feel like some people want to support you because you're very confident. You're very understanding. And I feel like that strength, people want to be a part of that. I feel like people almost would want to go out to dinner just to hear more about what you have to sell. And I feel like it's very true. You're not just a type of person who's going to want to sell something just because, but I feel like it's very true because you're honest. You're speaking with honesty. You're speaking based off your experience. Your influence is influencing other people. And I feel like this has to do with a lot of property management. This has to do with investing. I feel like you're a good investor, a good property manager. Maybe you flip houses or you flip furniture or you know how to get something and turn it into something better. I feel like you're an entrepreneur. You know how to work with money. You know how to do great spending, finances. I feel like numbers are easy for you. I feel like you're good with probably math, or when it comes to money, that's just an easy concept for you. You know how to make money. You know how to be a person of management. I feel like you know how to be of great management, of great coordination. I feel like you deserve to be in a management position, in a coordinator position. I feel like you're somebody who, no matter what the field is, but I'm feeling a lot of property management, or like maybe there's some type of vegetation or farming, something you're building up, and you're very great with this. It's something to do with convincing people. I feel like you're the face of things. This can be being a manager for something, being a coordinator for something or a certain company, but I feel like this is your own entrepreneurship. I feel like this is your own business. I feel like you have the potential to be successful at your own business. You know, a lot of people, when they start their own business, they don't have that strong management experience or that personality that can really speak to people, sell something, get people in. And I feel like you just do this naturally. I feel like maybe you already have experience with this, but I think it's time to turn it into your own entrepreneurship, your own ownership, your own management. And I feel like this is where you succeed. So whatever it is that you want to do personally, I feel like you can really start at the ground level, get people in, get some clients, and I feel like you know how to keep those clients. I feel like you're personable. People want to support you. People want to be there for you. And I feel like you have a great eye for things. You have a great judgment. You know exactly what you need to do, a great intuition of how to get to people, of how to pitch something, say something, what they need to hear. I feel like you could read people properly. And I also feel like people want to come to you. People want to hear what you have to say. And they want to be there to support you. They want to be a part of your world. They want to be a part of what you're opening, what your entrance is to. They want to walk into your gates. And it's because you have this experience. I feel like there's this strong experience, this strong demeanor. People know you for this experience, for this demeanor, for this attitude, and they want to be there for you. They want to get behind it. I feel like you're a strong investor. I feel like you can get investors in. I feel like you know how to receive. I feel like you know how to open yourself up to opportunities. And I think it's time to do that, to really strive for this. And I feel like you're already doing it. I feel like you're very good with money. A lot of people, they kind of need to get like an advisor, they need to get financial advisors, they need to get an accountant, they need to get a manager for their company. And I feel like you're the type of person to do everything yourself because you want to. I feel like this is something that you're skilled at. I feel like you should be the owner of something. You should be the founder of your own company. And it's going to start off small. You know, you're not going to have many resources. You're not going to feel like you have many resources, but you know how to value. My microphone went out, but I was speaking upon resources. And no matter where you're going to start, I feel like you have a solid foundation. I feel like you know how to start off with one solid foundation and you can see potential with what you have. A lot of people can't see that. A lot of people don't have that skill and that mindset. I feel like you know how to really build something up from the start. I feel like you know how to start with the great footing and you can keep it going. I feel like you have a strong resilience and determination to do something, and you're ambitious enough to keep it going. A very strong business mindset. Even if you're not starting your own business or you're not an entrepreneur, I feel like you should be a manager, you should be a supervisor, a coordinator. You should be the one that's the right-hand man, the right-hand woman, the right-hand person to the boss. You're the one that people come to and speak to. I feel like you have a strong presence in business, finances, coordinating, and I feel like it's strong in whatever you're gonna do. People want to come to you. People want to come to your gates. They want to eat your food. They want to drink with you because you have great resources. Your mind, your passion, your person. It's very strong, it's very influential, and people will always be there to support you, and you should not doubt that whatsoever. And I feel like you're very confident. I feel like confidence is the key to starting a business, and I feel like you know this. I feel like you are very strong, and you're strong enough to get this done. I feel like you're strong enough to get something done, get it started, and be successful at what you're starting, even if you're starting from the start, even if you're starting from square one. Even starting at square one, you have that determination and drive to keep it going and to be successful, okay? So thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if that resonated with you. And until next time, the world of Plant Boy.